Today's video, we're going to talk about video enhancements. That is a feature or part of YouTube campaigns that can get you more results on your campaigns when and where that's actually going to be possible with the YouTube ad campaigns that you're running for your account now or in the future. Just like the title of the video says, there are certain instances where this will make you more money, a lot more money, and not so much in other cases. I'm going to explain which is which on this video so you have everything you need by the end of the video to know whether or not you should do this on your campaigns or not. So with that said, I'll get directly into the content. So this new feature found at the bottom of your YouTube campaign that you may be running, in the settings menu at the very bottom, you actually got to go, at least at the time of making this video, you got to go ahead and click additional settings. So you go to your YouTube campaign, click on settings, go to the bottom, there's another thing that says additional settings, you click that, and then at the bottom of that even, there is this video enhancements feature where Google basically says, hey, we're going to make different versions of the video you gave us and to try to potentially get you more results. And it's selected by default and it's on. So if you didn't know about this or were wondering about it, it's obviously on right now. You're probably wondering if you should shut it off, which I'm going to answer here. So that's where it is, just to confirm what I was talking about here. And with that, the short of this is I would not have this feature on basically unless your campaign's already limited by budget, meaning it's not spending all the money Google says it could spend, because on the campaign menu, if it says limited by budget, and then you can click on that and it says you should spend this much more on your campaign. Basically, first of all, I would do that before turning this feature on, but in that particular instance, I would do that. Also, though, I would turn this feature on, assuming that you are also getting the performance out of your campaign that you're ultimately already looking for. So the first thing you got to obviously know is what is the ROAS or target cost per conversion or cost per lead you need with your campaign to be profitable after all your expenses. If you don't have that, you do that up front. Now, if your campaign's getting that and Google you've already had, Google saying that they can get you more results, you exploit that, then you exploit this feature, Google is going to try to find you more results. Or even if your campaign's actually not limited by budget, but you're not able to get any more clicks, basically, but you're getting your ROI that you want from your campaign, you should also turn this on. So the real short of this is you got to be getting the kind of conversion, cost per conversion, ROI, ROAS that you want out of that campaign before you turn this on, because this just adds another unknown variable to Google's algorithm that drives that, whether, what places that the ad shows, because ultimately Google is trying to find you more results. If your campaign's limited by budget, they've got a good groove on what you have already. That's what that's a sign of already. So basically, they already kind of know what people they should put your video ad in front of already, if you have that already. But in general, with that said, if it hasn't gotten to that point and your conversions aren't also if you're not getting the cost per conversion that you want, then Google hasn't found the type of people that your video should ultimately be in front of. So Google has no business tweaking your video to find out what works until they find the audience that works. Because even a reasonable video, if they find the right audience, it'll get a decent ROI. Tweaking the video will get you more ROI, but to tweak the video while trying to find you an audience is what my point is here, is stupid to do both of those at the same time, because all it's going to do is extend the time that it's going to take for you to get the results on your campaign. You want to be able to have the algorithm focus on getting the right placement, get you in front of the right people specifically, nail that down, and then start testing the video. So if you're already getting the ROI you want to get more out of that campaign, you can turn this feature on. If it's limited by budget right now and you're getting the ROI you want, well, this feature will really help you basically. So, and then what obviously Google's going to do, so they give you an example when you open the, where that setting there is under your campaign settings, where it shows you video enhancements. It shows you a couple examples of how they're going to tweak your video. Like they're going to make it ready for mobile or whatnot there. That's not all they're doing. I've seen the different things that they're doing. They're doing a lot of stuff, and for the most part, if you pay attention to this like I have, you'll notice that a lot of the videos that they're making look shitty. But that's how an algorithm is going to do it, because the algorithm, what works for one video isn't going to necessarily work for your video. So through machine learning and brute trial and error, they're going to try a bunch of things to find out different ad formats that can push the envelope on getting you more conversions. And basically that's because, again, like I said, until you found the right people for your ad to be in front of, testing different versions of the video is stupid, because it adds too many variables to be tested at once. Because it just wouldn't make any sense necessarily. It's just like if you're going to do landing page testing or whatnot there, you wouldn't do that landing page testing while you also do ad testing, because your results wouldn't be good, and it would just lengthen the time to find out the results that you want. And most people want results now. They don't want to wait later. Even though the results could be bigger, they want results now. They want smaller results now, and then stack those results with other things they can do later on. But anyway, with that said, what I've been doing is I've also been doing this on, so if you watch this channel already, or if you have, this is the first time seeing a video on this channel, I have other video ads that run after you've seen my channel already, or been at least watched one of my videos on my channel, for other videos that I have on this channel, as well as other videos that advertise our firm and so forth. And one thing I've noticed about the video enhancements is they do other stuff. That's why I said it. They're doing more than just changing the size or format, the ratio of the video size and stuff like that. They're doing stuff, as I found, is like adding noise to the video, so like making it kind of grainy, lowering the resolution, all kinds of weird stuff, which that's great if you look at it from the standpoint that your campaign's already making money and you want to get more out of it. You can't otherwise get more out of it, because it's going to really go to town and finding all the possible ways to get you a better return on your campaign. Versus if you don't have a return, it's just going to drive your performance into the ground. Maybe eventually it'll dig its way out, but not for a long time. So therefore, until you're already getting results out of your campaign, you have no business doing this. But one thing that I will say about this is, you turn this feature on, you come back 6 months from now, and give that algorithm plenty of time to figure out which of the things that they can test of your video work. Then you go ahead and get the video ad to trigger for yourself, okay? Which would obviously be easy to do if you're running remarketing campaigns. Or you should set up a remarketing campaign just to see your video ad yourself, for what Google's algorithm realized what they can do with the video to tweak it to make it convert better than it was originally. You can learn from what they're doing. So what I learned from my video was making the video look less polished, basically, made it convert better, which makes sense. I was worried on this particular channel for a long time that the videos weren't high enough quality. As you know, I have money to be able to do like what these top YouTubers are doing. But I haven't, because I realized that making the video too overly polished makes it less credible and trustable by people, at least that are in my audience. And it makes you never want to seem like everybody else in your niche space anyway, because it's the purple cow that stands out that people pay attention to. So if everybody else is doing one thing, do another, assuming that other thing would actually help. Obviously, you can't just randomly do anything, but you get my point. And the algorithm that Google had to do the video enhancements figured this out as well. They realized, even though I gave it a polished video, and it would give it a polished video commercial even, I have a commercial that runs after you watch this video, you'll see it amongst other videos that making it look grainy and low resolution made it convert better, because I guess my thinking is, people think they see the video and they see me talking. I'm not a part of a big advertising firm, whereas the thinking is, which is right, by the way, and very, very smart, which is why I call my audience smart compared to people who watch other YouTube channels, that if you are getting somebody working for a big agency, you're not going to be able to get a hold of them after you hire them. They're going to be too busy to work on your shit. You're just one of 1,000 clients. You're not going to, they aren't going to care if you get shitty results or not. And then it's all true. Somebody who's good, that's going to pay attention to your stuff, isn't going to have 1 million clients. They would charge a good amount of money, but they would only take on so many clients. That would be the most ideal situation. That's also, by the way, what we try to do at my agency. We're not trying to take on hundreds of clients and then have, farm out the work to other people that are novices like these big agencies do. But anyway, so they tapped into what they didn't know about the market, but figured it out just through the testing that they did on that video. So that's an interesting case study there that gives you an example of what's going on, where they can even make the video look higher resolution, even if you give it, it's not in 4K, but they make it in 4K just through the technology that they have. But you get the general gist of what I'm trying to say here. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they're doing. This is technically still in beta at this time, so it's going to get better. They're going to have more testing going on, and for sure, we knew our numbers went up. The longer, as will with YouTube campaigns, your conversion numbers you should see with your YouTube campaign should go up and up and up or over time, because the algorithm is going to constantly get better at finding you a better audience. But once the video enhancements were turned on, we noticed a big jump. And it's not going to be all at once. It's not like you're going to turn on video enhancements and then next week you're going to see a 40% jump in conversions. That's not how it works at all. Just to be clear, you're going to turn that on, and 6 months later, you're going to come back and you're going to have a 40% jump in your conversions. You give it some time, because you can't get the results. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. It's Google spends some of your money to try to figure out on an ongoing basis. They might take 10% of your daily budget to test new formats, and eventually they'll find something after trying 100 different things, and then they'll just start focusing on that thing, and now you got new results. So in our case, that's the way that it was. With our clients' accounts now, whether we're selling toolboxes, whether we're selling local services, and which we also do and can also work, believe it or not, a lot of stuff can sell on YouTube. A lot of people don't think it works. You just got to understand how to make a video ad that works, which I talk about how to make a video ad script that works and so forth on this channel, but which you could search for if you're interested in that. But in general, it'll make any campaign that we're using work considerably better, but the campaign has to have legs of its own on its own. It's not going to polish a turd, basically. If you know how to make a video ad and it's able to get results because you know how to set up decent targeting with a decent video ad and marry those two, it'll add another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% more conversions than you could have got otherwise with the video by itself. It's not insignificant by any means. That I mentioned a 40% number before. We got at least 40% more conversions from our campaign once we turned on the video enhancements for our own firm. And that is sort of in the general realm of what our clients are going to get when we turn this on. It's kind of hard to measure because different clients have different budgets. And like I said, it doesn't work right away. And then, of course, there's an element of the campaign's going to improve, Google's going to improve other parts of that campaign while it's using the video enhancements to improve your numbers. So you can't really pin it down to a precise test because of that reason. But I would definitely say if the campaign is flat, in other words, though, I will say that we're able to get it to go and have a new life by turning on the video enhancements. And it's the amount of conversions it'll be able to bring you on top of what you were able to get at the cost per conversion that you had before. Once you turn this on after a few months go by, isn't insignificant. Getting a 40, 50, 60% increase in conversions isn't out of the question because we've seen it, both for our own firm and for clients that we've already done this with already. So with that said, and then of course, so anyway, I'll pretty much just wrap it up with that. I told you about as much as I know about this feature. So in short, go ahead and give it a shot. If your campaign's already you think your campaign's doing well and you want to get more out of it, there'll be a point, and if you don't do it now, your campaign hits your target numbers, you can now use it to get to the next level if your campaign is plateaued. The safe way to go about doing things is to wait till your campaign and your conversions that you're getting, assuming your cost per conversion is where it needs to be, is plateaued, then turn this on, because this will add the variable on top to amplify anything else you got going. But if your results are going up on its own, you could turn on video enhancements and get it to go up even faster. But for the most part, I would leave it until the campaign's mature for the most part, and you seemingly can't get any more conversions out of it. Add this, and then it'll take it to the next level. Otherwise, if you turn it on while your campaign's still going up in results, you may actually go down a little bit before you go back up again, because it throws off the progress of that campaign, if that makes sense. So I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate giving it a like, and consider subscribing to this channel, as I have a ton of other content like this on this channel about how to make money with online ads on Google, Facebook, and so forth. And it comes straight from the source, from somebody who just does ad strategy all day long. I'm not a YouTuber or course seller or any of that other nonsense. I'm a guy who does ad strategy for clients that gives you the working methods of what works out there in today's environment, and owns a firm. So with that said, you should subscribe, as it's the real information that really works. If you like my channel though, you'll love my blog at guaranteedppc.com/blog, as well as my column that I have also at entrepreneur.com. So you should check it out. With that said, if you are looking for an ad manager, by the way, either now or in the future, I'm basically the best ad manager that you're going to be able to find online. And the reason why I say that is we can guarantee your results on your campaign if we're going to work together with you. No other agency is doing that. In that, if you reach out to me at my firm at guaranteedppc.com, I'll give you a free analysis of what you're doing, and if it looks like we can get you results, we'll give you the first bit of an increase in sales on your same budget, or increase in leads on your same budget, for free, to prove we know what we're talking about here and do what we're talking about on this channel, and it works. And so the fees that we charge basically can come out of the first profit that you're getting on your campaign. So we offer you a free trial at the beginning to show you can get results. The only catch is we got to know we can get results on your stuff, and therefore we don't work with just any client. But if you want to see if we can work together and get you a free analysis of what you got going, reach out to me and I'll be happy to give it to you. As a side, if you aren't looking for an ad agency though, and you want good results on your campaign quickly and faster, you should just use the templates we've already got developed for your market already. We've worked in over 100 different markets at this stage. If we worked in your market, we could sell you the ad templates, campaign templates, landing page templates that work for your market, and right away get the results we're getting in your market. As long as you're not in conflict with a client that we had now or in the past, we can offer those to you, and then you can get the same results we've built up over years to get the results that we've gotten in your market, like right away. We sell those for a one-time fee. The templates are so good, we've got people buying the templates to start other businesses, lead generation businesses, starting e-commerce businesses on the side, basically somebody starts an e-commerce business in country A, they're never going to be in country B. You could start that same business in country B using the templates we developed for that product and that niche, e-commerce niche, just to give you an example of how this works, so that how it would not be in conflict with something that you're doing, compared to what another client's doing. If you guys aren't going to cross paths, why not start up a branch of basically doing that same thing in your market or another market? Anyway, if you're interested in that, reach out to me at Guaranteed PPC. I'll let you know if we worked in your market and what results we got in your market, what's available. But with that said, I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.